What is going on, everyone? Welcome your faces to a new vlog today. So this kind of vlog is going to be a bit different to normal. It's going to be more me doing storytelling in a way about my trip, because I didn't vlog it like a normal kind of vlog. So it's going to be more like music, me cutting back to me, than me telling you about blah 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 and all that kind of stuff. But let's get into the vlog. And if you don't know what the vlog is about, it was me going to Edinburgh for 2 days. So let's get into it. This was my first time flying. I've never flown before in my life. I've never left the United Kingdom in my life. Obviously, I'm not actually leaving the United Kingdom. I'm going to Scotland, which is only an hour and a bit away on plane. And I've getting told like, oh, the flight will be okay. I was getting flight. It's going to be scary if you're scared of heights and all that stuff. I'm petrified of heights, and I wasn't really nervous about it at all. Normally about this kind of thing I would be really kind of nervous and really get cramps in my belly kind of things, like butterfly effects, like oh, really nervous sort of thing. But with the flight I was really just kind of like, yeah, go with it sort of thing. And only thing I would say about the flight was when you're coming down, going up, the adrenaline was great. I loved it so much. And when you're coming down, the ear popping is horrible. I hated that so much. And I used to suffer really bad with ears when I was younger, so always go to the doctors because my ears would get blocked up, and that just brought back them kind of memories. It was horrible. And my left eye as well, a bit of pressure was building around there, it was, and my eye just watered up, and it just kind of went, I just looked like I was crying just out my left eye. My right eye was fine, but my left eye was just watering. I'm just sat there going, I'm fine, rubbing my ear at the same time, trying to get my hearing back. But we got down into Edinburgh, then we had to get to from the airport to the actual main town centre. Then it hit me as soon as we got to the town centre and I saw them stairs. Oh my Christ. I'm so unfit. It is what happens as you get older. You kind of start being more laid back, very lazy, and not doing exercise. I was absolutely tired from walking up them steps. It felt like it went on forever and ever and ever. But them stairs, man, phew, you just saw it. It's just like, it was something I don't want to experience again. Right, let's give you a room tour. So we've got a wardrobe right here, which is really freaking nice. It's kind of like, got a safe if you want to bloody use it, but okay, get in. If I want to put stuff in there, but I will never use them, never use them. Just general storage there. Not bad. Oh, hairdryer. How the hell do you get into these? That lovely view out to the back of the building, which is always good. Lovely views. Then you come into the main area. Now, isn't this swanky for a hotel in Edinburgh? I didn't expect this. Hello. And then we got the lovely bathroom as well, glass door, which I really like as well. And look at the shower. Hey, I haven't tried one of these showers, so I look forward to trying this tomorrow. Really nice. Got some nice stuff there. Mirror again. Hello. Lots of towels. Toilet. How the hell does this toilet work? Oh. Fancy. And if we come around by here, lovely nice freaking big TV, which I'm going to use in a moment. Then if we come around here, just like 2 extra beds for no reason. So, can't go wrong with that. And then lots of stuff here as well. So, we've got water, coffees. What kind of coffee is it? Just your standard kind of coffee. Got that going there. So, not too bad, must be said. What's this by here? All the milks in, oh Jesus Christ. Sugar cubes and whatever. Overall, a solid freaking 10 out of 10 for room wise. So it is the next day, my first night in Edinburgh. Pretty good night's sleep. I've really enjoyed the bed, and it was nice to, after having a long travelling for like 6 hours. I did train, I did another train, then I had to fly, did a tram, walk in. I was just so tired out by that point. Then on top of that, I was having a couple of drinks. I was, because next to our hotel was a bar, so we had a couple of drinks there, work socialising thing, and I was just so tired out, and that night's sleep was perfect. But that's where we lead on to where the next morning, we had it's kind of a I don't know how you'd say it. It was like we were just like, this is an activity for us to go and do. In Edinburgh there was a hill called Arthur's Seat, and oh my god, it was an interesting walk. It was up this hill, and I'm going to show you what I mean now. So climbing up Arthur's Seat, I've watched some footage on it. I watched somebody do like a time-lapse sort of thing on it, and looked up some pictures, and I must be said, it lived up to the expectation. I was expecting it to be a good hill kind of climb. It was a good hill climb. It really tested me because I'm very unfit, and it did test me, man. It did test me. If I did it at the age of 14, because I was really active when I was younger, I played football every day, and just I was way more active than I was now, I would have done it easily. But climbing up, it was raining for a couple of days just before we got there, and it was raining the night before. So it was really muddy, so it was making it slippery, and I didn't really have the best shoes in the world. I literally had, where are the shoes? Give me a second. I had these shoes climbing up the hill, which is not ideal because they are not made for hill climbing. So I was wearing these shoes, which is the worst thing to wear for this kind of thing. And obviously, as we're climbing up, it's getting more steeper and steeper and steeper, and so it gets more muddier and more slippier. But the fresher was great. It was not too cold as well. It wasn't too cold where he was. But it was, as you get higher, the views were getting beautiful, and I loved it so much. I did climbing up there, but my legs were burning at this stage. So I didn't complete the whole entire hill because I got up to it, and then it was like up in levels. I got to the last but one level, man. The last but one, and my legs were just done. I was muddy all over because I had nearly had a near-death experience. I will be honest in this vlog. I had a near-death experience. Basically, we got to this one part where It was like loads of rocks. It was well, it was muddy. My brother was on one side. He was climbing up. It was like, Dane, come this way. It's the best way, but be really extremely careful. It was really muddy. I was like, that bit there looks a little bit more drier, less muddy and all that. But I was on the cliff of this hill. Literally, if I rolled down there, broke my neck, I would have been done. I would have been done. And do you know what I did? I went that way. I should have gone that way. I should have. But I went that way because my brain was going, no, let's go there, and went that way. On this hill, I was slipping and all that. I lost my grip a couple of times, and I do not know how I got up this part where it was a bit more flatter. I don't know how I did it, but I did it somehow. But I was just literally covered in mud all over my hands. My shoes were muddy as hell, which didn't make it more helpful. But got up there, and I was like, yeah, I'm done after that bit. So they all went off to the top of it, and I went, yeah, it was good, man. And got some awesome shots, as you've seen. A moment ago in a little montage. And I was like, right, it's time to go back down. But getting back down the hill, man, oh my god, I would say it was more harder going down than going up. But reason is because obviously where you're on that and you're trying to walk down sort of thing, you're sliding all over the place sort of thing, trying to watch where you walk in. And there's rocks as well, lots of rocks. So you're trying to use the rocks to get down, but the rocks are really muddy as well because other people are using them. So you'll slip in, and it was horrible, man. It was horrible coming down. But going up, it was good. I enjoyed it. I would love to got to the top, but my body was like, and where I had nearly had a near-death experience. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm done here. I'll stay here. But coming down, I did have a near-death experience because I went back down where I went. Instead of going back down this rocky bit, I was just saying, and yeah, I nearly died again, which was great. That's why I stopped, because I didn't want to die. So coming down was a bit tricky. Then we just went back into the town, which you'll see in a second. Then did nothing really, but there is something cool coming up in the next bit. I'm in Edinburgh for work, I was, and the evening was fancy dress. It was fancy dress, and it was Star Wars themed, and I was like, oh, what do I go as? Do I go as this or that? And I was like, I'll just go as a Jedi. I was dressed up as a Jedi, my other friend was dressed as a Jedi, and my brother, who was dressed as George Lucas, who used to own, he created the Star Wars universe. And we just sat there sipping a beer, and we just all kind of looked at each other and went, we should make a little mini movie. And that is what we did, people. So I give to you George Lucas's Star Wars episode 10 or 9. One of them. A little preview for you.
Fuck! Just do as he fucking says. Has anyone got a pen?
Oh, it gets me every time watching it. It's just so funny, but oh, brilliant! I loved it. I watched it so much. I did before doing this video, and I just watched it again. Brilliant, love it so much. So we went out fancy dress and all that. Had more beers, got really drunk, went at the bar. We was at the night before. We was doing karaoke, so we're singing along, doing karaoke, blah blah blah. Then we went to a club which was upstairs, above the bar. Stayed there until 2:30. Went back to the hotel, passed out. Then woke up the next day, which was the perfect way of all ways to deal with a hangover. Was to go on a whiskey experience in Scotland. this whiskey experience we went to was really interesting. It was about 45 minutes to an hour, and I do like whiskey, I do myself, and I've never really drunk whiskey just on its own. Never on its own, I always have it with something, but this place really kind of just like, okay, it really opens your eyes to all the different kind of whiskies out there, which is insane. It's really insane on like how you can tell the difference between colours and all that stuff. But it was just kind of an experience, man. So what I'm about to show you, I didn't expect this to be at the place. You literally went in, then they give you tickets to go into the place, and you hand it to someone, then this little cart comes along. You get on the cart, which is made for 3 people, you hop on it, and you kind of go on a little tour, like telling you on how whiskey is done and all that. And I'm going to show you what it means. Literally, you hop on when this ghost is showing you around, and you're just going around this track really slowly, and this ghost is just floating around you, going blah, telling you the history of whiskey and all that. It's like, this is cool, man. So cool.
Organic, the water of life. Another vital ingredient is barley, which is steeped in water and brought here to the malting house to germinate. Maltman turns the barley, allowing it to breathe and sprout. Can you no smell that? That, my friends, is the sweet smell of malted barley being dried here in the kiln. More specifically, it's the smell of burning peat. Now, peat is a young form of coal, and another factor in determining a whiskey's unique, final flavour. Oh, is it just me? Is it getting a wee bit hot in here? Oh! It's yourself. I was just having a wee breather. A bit like the malt here in the malt store, you might...
Once we did the little cart thing, went around, a ghost following us, telling us about whiskey and how it's produced and all that. We went in this room, we got taught a little bit more about whiskies, like how where parts of Scotland it's made and where it's more produced and less produced in Scotland, which was really fascinating, to be honest. Really fascinating to see where it's produced and less produced in Scotland. Then we went into this next room after 20 minutes of talking and all that stuff, which was so beautiful, man. I've not seen nothing like it. It was like the biggest collection of trophies ever. It's the biggest room, the largest collection in the world, 3,800 odd bottles of whiskey. I was in paradise at this moment. After we left that room, we went into this other area where we were giving like a couple of trays of whiskey, of like 4 different types of whiskies, for us to all share and all that, and like try out and all that. But I had a whiskey before, and I tried out a couple of more, but I was still hungover from the night before. I'm really tired, so I didn't drink as much whiskey as I would have liked of. So we did a little bit of tasting and tried out a few, and some of them were really nice. But it was I always like my whiskey with Coke, and that's the one thing that's said on this tour. Don't let anyone tell you how you have your whiskey. Have the whiskey the way you want it. And mine's always with Coke. Whiskey and Coke is the way to go. But that was a really good experience. If you ever go to Scotland, especially Edinburgh, and you get you got nothing to do or anything like that, go on this tour. It's really, really good, really fun. And especially if you're over the age of 18 as well, you can only, if you're 18 plus, you can do it. And you will enjoy it. You'll learn about whiskey. And it's only for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's really, really good experience. So after we did a whiskey tour, we were going home now this day. So we're kind of prepping to leave and fly back home, and I'll show you on how the flight went. Flight home was a bit more rougher coming home. It was, to be honest, compared to leaving Gatwick and going to Edinburgh. The reason is because we had a bit more wind, more strong winds in the sky coming back. So when we were coming back, we were dropping down, and it was just really kind of scary. It was like, oh, this is weird, doesn't feel right. But we got back to Gatwick, all right. Then we just had like 7 hours of travelling in total, leaving Edinburgh, getting back to where I live down Kent, and it was a long travelling. It was like getting this train, but the flying coming back, man, was really kind of fantastic, because the view was beautiful, and it was kind of like that, just that perfect time of day. It was more light turning to dark. It's beautiful. I loved it. I did. And it was just that rough bit coming towards London. The wind was the only kind of scary thing about the flight, and my ears weren't too bad this time because I had some polos. Polos is always a good trick if you have never flown before. A suck in the hard-boiled kind of sweet, or some sort of sweet, is always good, and that's what I did. Somebody said about it before boarding the airplane, so I was like, oh, I'll grab some, and that was doing me. So it did kind of help in a way. I still had bad ears, and a bit of pressure around the eye, but other than that, it was not a bad flight, other than the coming down and all that stuff. But then made it home, and now we're here. But Edinburgh, man, Edinburgh was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Something I would definitely go back and do, and it's something, what I do, just kind of think it's a video diary, so I can look back on in a couple of months, couple of years, and be like, that was a cracking freaking time, man, a cracking time. But thank you all for watching, guys, as all I got to show with you today. If you did enjoy it, smash the like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe, turn channel notifications on, and if you do like go to Edinburgh yourself, or you're planning on going to Edinburgh and you want some like more kind of like, is it really worth it, Dane? I message me, I will persuade you. It's really, really good fun, and it's a beautiful city. Out of all the cities I've been to in the last couple of years, Edinburgh is really, really beautiful to look at. So, and especially if you're a photographer as well, you love taking pictures, you will love it. I took loads of pictures, which I was going to add into this, but I was like, yeah, the video would be half the length of, well, it would be more, just filled with pictures. I took so many pictures, so I didn't want to cram it out too much in this video. But guys, I'm going to shut up now, let you go for the day. Thank you all for taking your time to watch this video. Have an awesome time, and I'll see you next time with a new vlog. Have a good day, and bye-bye.